Hello everybody, this is our market update video for Saturday, September 15th, if I remember correctly. And unfortunately, I don't know if we're going to be there and what we're going to bring at this point due to the storm. I am going to take you through a garden walkthrough, so stay tuned for that here at, later on in this video. Not too sure what's going to happen. If it's pouring down rain, we might be there. If it's raining straight down, if it's raining sideways, we might not be there at all. It's really hard to say. We might only be there for an hour or two, just kind of sitting in the vehicle to see if anybody shows up and then leave. I'm not too sure. You'll have to check the description below in this video to see that further in advance. I'll be posting something probably Friday evening and also Saturday morning before we leave there, just making some notes in the description. The note at the very top of the description will be the most current. Anyway, so we are going to go ahead and harvest this lettuce here. We're going to harvest that here in just a little bit to go and get it out of the ground before the storm hits. And also, of course, as of right now, it's about 5:30 p.m. on Thursday, and the cone of uncertainty on the hurricane is a little less than promising. It's pretty wide right now, so it could go anywhere as far as I'm concerned. There's obviously not a lot of faith in the spaghetti models where they're showing everything right now. So anyway, back to the garden stuff. So we'll have all this harvested. We will have it for sale one way or another. If we have to have it for sale for next weekend, it should keep just fine in the refrigerator until then without any worries. And we have a few radish, not very many. We might bring some of those possibly, and also the tomatoes over here. We have quite a few that are still hanging out that can be picked. Just depends on the weather tomorrow if we're going to have time to even pick some of this stuff. I know we're not going to have time this evening due to the harvest. But anyway, so here's the state of the garden. We have some lettuces still here growing. They're pretty much just chicken feed at this point in time and still through here. We might harvest some of this depending on the taste. Some of it's getting a little bit bitter. We got a little few weeds in the garden here we need to go through. We've been a little bit relaxed on that. Also, we had a lot of rain here on Saturday night. I don't know if you can see the spots in the garden. It washed away some of our wood chips. So also, if we get a whole bunch of rain from this hurricane, then I don't know the condition of the garden, what it's going to be like. But as of right now, the carrots are coming along pretty well. I'm not sure if we're going to sell these or not. We might just hold on to for us for overwintered carrots. But to give you some perspective here, yeah, they're getting pretty tall, which is nice. And hopefully the wind doesn't blow those over either. Kind of thought about building a wind blind out here, but I don't think I have time. Been preparing for the storm since Sunday. We have some stuff through here. Most of this is probably going to be too bitter to harvest as well. It's starting to bolt out, as you can see, going to seed on some of that. But we got 2 or 3 cuts off of it, so I can't complain too awful much on that. I also have to do some weeding here. There's a weed. I go through and weed all this stuff before we harvest it as well, so that adds a little bit more time to it. Green beans are coming along pretty good. Not too much insect damage on those. Over here we are starting to get some insect damage as well, right through there. But I saw a spot here where you could see some beans a minute ago when I came out. Yeah, so we have some beans growing. Seems to be working okay so far. This plant's a little bit laid over. We're thinking another couple weeks for these, and then we'll be able to start canning, and hopefully those will be a couple weeks behind these as well to kind of break up the monotony of canning as well. But those are Roma 2 beans. Tomatoes are doing pretty good. They're still running on. Looks like they're starting to die out just a little bit in certain spots, and other spots looks like they're still running on pretty good. As you can see, they're infiltrating the green beans there as well. All right, more tomatoes, more tomatoes, more tomatoes. Let's see here. Peppers are coming along okay. A few varieties of peppers there, not anywhere near as many as we planted. And the watermelons have pretty much gone down to nothing as well. So here's an overall look of the garden state right now, pre-Hurricane Florence. So anyway, just a quick look at the garden. We've got a lot of stuff planted that needs to be transplanted after the storm passes, which is good. And we're kind of holding off on planting more stuff to see what the storm's going to do, because as you can see, if it's just going to wash away our seeds, there's no point in wasting the seeds. They're not very cheap, especially where we purchased them from, so we're trying to be diligent on that as well. Anyway, so there's a quick look at the garden. Maybe we'll see you out there on Saturday, maybe not, and unfortunately it's still up in the air. So either way, I hope everybody's doing well with the storm, and I hope everybody does well that's getting direct hit by the storm as well. Y'all have a good evening.